Hall there at Senior Helpers, and Dara Queen back for another visit. Good to have you back in studio.
It's so nice to be here. I've been away for a while. I've been senior helping my husband.
Mm-hmm.
He fell off. He got into a fight with a ladder and lost horribly. So, good news. He's got a singing senior helper in his house already.
That's good.
So I was able to go through and make changes to our home, and he is successfully past his 4-week visit, and then we have another visit coming up today with physical therapy. So I am doing good things.
Was he like near on the close?
He fell 9 feet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wow, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, and note to self, if you tell somebody this is not a good idea, take your own advice. It's not a good idea. But he's been fortunate because I know exactly what I'm doing. I was able to step right in and not injure him further.
Yes.
And aside from being 100% a whiner, I am doing really good at keeping him happy and safe and giving him quality of life at home.
All right.
And so Senior Helpers taught me how to do this for my own husband. So we are, Senior Helpers has our life profile, which stands for Life Independence Function Evaluation, which is what we call a SMART care plan. We're the first company to move from a private duty company to an outcomes-based company. So instead of just going through and asking you what your tasks are and what you want to be expected, we can make recommendations based off what we see as a need. So I know I've spoken to you guys several times about the life profile. And it's a 5-part assessment. So you call in, you usually get to speak to my lovely assistant, Emily Ann. She is a really good client coordinator, community relations coordinator. She is doing a lot of our intake assessments too. And you guys will have a great time with her. But you call in and you schedule the assessment. And what we do is we like to go to the individual's home and assess how they move in their own in their own environment. And we also like to assess the needs of the primary caregiver, that family caregiver, that's usually taking on a lot of the burden of being the primary caregiver. I know I have. So, and a good thing I have a healthy network of friends that I can call and reach out to and complain, and then they check me, okay, you've been heard, now go back and wipe them off. So I do, but you do have to assess that family caregiver too to make sure that they're being effective still. So the life profile assists of 5 key areas. We assess someone on their safety, their independence, their medical condition management, not just med management, not just passing meds, making sure that they're managing the actual condition that they've been diagnosed with, their quality of life, and then that burden of care. So with safety, we come in and we assess over 144 areas of risk in your household. And we can give you minor interventions to make sure that that risk is eliminated, or that risk is no longer going to be as big of a risk as it was. It's something as simple as laying down rug tape or removing rugs entirely to avoid tripping. An individual over the age of 70, if they lift their foot 3 inches off the ground, they're at a risk of a fall because of the macular degeneration, the instability, and then you also have to understand the task that they're trying to perform as well at the same time. Independence, we assess their ability to perform the activities of daily living, bathing, dressing, walking. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't need help. It just means where do we put the instrument? And that's what we referred to as instrumental activities of daily living. So we can still make somebody fully independent just by putting a caregiver in their home during those tasks. It doesn't mean that they're dependent. It means they're able to complete those tasks on their own. And then with the medical condition management, we look at the systems used to manage your health condition at home and create the recommendations on things that can be done to improve them. The biggest thing that we run into is the inability of the senior to collect their medications on time. So if you're not able to obtain them in a timely fashion, you're not taking your pills at the same time every day, and you're not recording any of the side effects or interactions or anything that you did different, can really hurt your physician in managing that medical condition too. Physicians operate in theory. It's a medical theory. And so if they have as much data as they need to control your medical condition, they can better operate in their theory. They can go back to books and say, when this happened, this is what we did. When that happened, this is the plan we made. And then we look at the burden of care. Like I said, we look at the support system that's available for the day-to-day needs and recommend where the help is most needed for both the client and the family member. So you and I both know that with spouses, we can get a little bit short-tempered. I know I have. It seems like every time I sit down, that man asks me for something else. I swear he does it on purpose. And it's not him, it's me feeling overworked, overburdened. And so it's up to us. Thankfully, we're able to communicate that right now. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to effectively communicate that. But then I have a whole team of friends that I can call that can assist me too. And they ask me every day, you look like you need a break. And so you're basically saying I look tired. But that's okay. They can see it. And I can get the help when I need it. I can get a break here and there. And then quality of life. We want our care plans to deliver spontaneity, joy, curiosity. We look at what an individual enjoys doing, their goals, what they hope to accomplish, and then we build activities into our care plan that reflect and contribute towards these things. And there are actual scores produced. And what we do with those scores allows us to develop the SMART care plan. So it's an outcomes based. We can see how much further someone will thrive based off what we are looking for. And I find that our seniors, I don't find, it's statistically proven that their readmission rates are lower. So that first 90 days after a hospital stay is the most crucial. And by making sure, the very simplest thing, you take your pill at the same time every day, the way it was given to you, you won't go back to the hospital. You take down that area rug, you won't go back to the hospital. You put a grab bar in the bathroom and you have a caregiver on standby, you won't go back to the hospital. There are minor things we can do to keep people home, allow them to age in place gracefully where they want to be for as long as they want to be.
Will there be new ladder rules at your home?
Yes, no more ladders ever. We can pay somebody for that. And that's us in a nutshell.
All right.
Our seniors are thriving, they're happy, and they are at home where they want to be, especially right now. They're allowed to have the visitors with the social distancing and a mask.
All right. Well, Dara, thanks for coming in. Good to have you back.
Thank you so much,
Good to
my
see you.
friends, and I will see you again next week.
Beautiful. That's the way we're leaving it here. 8:18 now from Fort